So first, the nice road boy, that's the handle. He says, find a good third-party mechanic. They're worth their weight in gold. You've been on the other side too. You've been a third-party mechanic.
Yeah.
How does that work? What kind of owners do you see and what kind of questions do you get, especially when you're seeing new bikes that are still in warranty? What happens in that situation?
What happens in that situation is typically when somebody was, let's say, in warranty, and if he's coming to us, means he's coming to us because he trusts us. That is the implied relationship. It's he's come to you because he expects better care than he would get for his vehicle at a regular service center.
What Singhi will never say, because he's such a nice guy, is that what that also implies is that he does not trust the manufacturer's service station quite as much. And there's a reason for that. We'll go into it on some other podcast, but there's a fundamental reason why the nice road boy is spot on. You do need that third-party mechanic in India until we start paying mechanics more. And therefore, manufacturers can afford to have more senior, more skilled people working for them on a regular basis, which has two sides, right? We pay more, they pay more. Until that happens, third-party mechanics are the only way these mechanics can make substantial income. They will move out of the system, taking all of that knowledge and expertise with them. That's who you trust.
So when I had my CBG back in college, I used to do Pune, Khopoli often, right? So I would be going downhill, and that would be the time when you would be able to go,
Yeah.
because the CBG used to refuse to go past 100.
Correct.
So you would always be like, thoda sa, So going downhill one day, I over-revved it. I didn't realize I had no understanding of all that. All I know was when I was riding back a couple of days later from Khopoli back to Pune, I realized that my bike was not feeling as good. And the other distinct thing was that now I could see smoke coming out of the exhaust. So we went to the service station several times. The issue was unclear. So we changed the block, we changed the head, we changed this, we changed that. And it did not get resolved. Amjad, who's for me my guru on this, right? He's taught me how to work on bikes and everything. And his garage could have done the job. But he said, listen, this is within warranty, etc.
Don't take a
Whatever
chance.
it is, it should go to them. So it went there and he was overseeing it. He was letting them handle it. Finally, when it didn't happen, he got involved and he looked at everything. And it turned out to be the most bizarre thing. The connecting rod had got bent just a little bit.
Oh.
Just a little bit.
And they couldn't diagnose it.
And they could not.
Yeah.
So, and that was creating all the issues. So it was just going on again and again with all of that. Finally, they fixed it. But it took a lot of time. It took him to get involved.
Correct.
To get it fixed.
Yeah,
So, yeah, for me, 100%.
And I'll give you two more examples. There's a colleague of ours, ex-colleague of mine now, who's watching MotorInc. And he had a Hyosung Comet. And when he bought it, I said, you should go to Zubin and just get it checked once. And they found tons of loose bolts all over that machine.
Wow.
Right? And obviously, at that point, Kinetic was not doing the greatest job on quality terms, etc., etc. But it was still unexpected that a brand new motorcycle would have so many issues with it, right? The second example is, I've seen people come to Zubin all the time with reasonably brand new machines, and what they're looking for primarily is diagnostic help. It's what the manufacturer's representatives are weakest at. If the diagnostic OBD kit tells them this is wrong with the machine, then it's pretty simple. But if it is something else, usually the mechanics aren't skilled enough or experienced enough to be able to figure out this is the issue that is leading to all of these things, and therefore if we change this, tighten this, loosen this, whatever it is, then this issue will just go away, right? It doesn't work.
You bring out a very interesting point there, because when you think about a factory or basically a brand workshop, it's a large scale operation.
Correct.
They cannot get that kind of skilled manpower
Yeah.
all the time for all the outlets.
Yeah, they can't.
Right? So they have to get processes which will say work with the greatest common denominator.
Correct. And move as fast as possible, because it's India, right? You've got so much volume that moving things along is far more important, and therefore replacing is what the default solution is. It's not repairing.
Exactly.
It's not that things can't be repaired. It's that in the mass market system where you're moving quickly, you can't afford to waste time repairing things. It's just faster as a whole system to keep replacing things and moving on. That's why you need the third-party mechanic, because when the warranty ends and you want to step out of this system, this is the person you need on your side.
Absolutely. Shumi is always like that. He's always kidding around. and also dead serious. There's a lot more of that style of conversation on the main MotorInc channel, so head out and catch the full conversation.